Hey everyone, it's Joel from the Fun Pimps. We have a very awesome video to show you today, hopefully. I'm recording it now, so I can't say that it's going to be awesome, but I think it's going to be awesome, and I think you guys are going to really like it. So let's get started. This is a first look at distant POIs. So you see that little house clear off in the distance? Yeah, so when those trees go, that means, that the chunk is unloaded. So you can see this house, and you can see this over here, probably on the edge of the world, but oh yeah, God, look at that. So over here is a full town, and I'm, probably a good mile, at least a mile away, if not further. Let's go check this one out. I mean, I'm up in the sky, kind of cheating. I'm flying around in God mode, but you kind of get the idea. I think those are those trailer houses. Yeah, so you're going to be able to see POIs, a lot further away than you could before. So this is cool stuff. So basically, further draw distance. Now that we added the distant terrain in Alpha 15, Alpha 16, we've got distant POIs now. Let's go check out that town. Yep, pretty much. You can see, for miles. I'm in the editor, so it's running way slower than a real game would too. So we're kind of seeing stuff pop in where it's, like I said, it's pretty seamless when I'm running the game in a build. But yeah, that's first look at distant POIs. Each one of these houses has its own little LOD model. I'm in the editor, so you're going to see helpers like these little blue things, or trash piles, or random. Those are random blocks when it comes into the game, but in the editor they show up as little blue dots. But yeah, look at that town. It's still probably, those chunks still aren't even loaded. Look how nice those buildings look. I mean, what you're going to see in a real game is, more like this. But yeah, it looks great. Exploration will never be better, and especially when you see random gen, which is coming next or soon. I've got some more stuff I'm going to talk about, and I'll probably show you guys random gen last. But yeah, so anyway, that's that. Very cool. Next up, we've got this. It's nothing too fancy, but this is our new entity menu, and this is all dynamic. So if you guys mod in your animal, it's going to just show up in this menu, and you'll be able to spawn it and debug it and test it. Very handy. So I suppose you guys who are reading this or looking at what we've added and what we've taken out, so on and so forth. There we go. Here's the new snake, but first I want to show you the bear. So we've got, oh shit, I thought I had AI off. Let me turn him off. There we go. All right, so we've got fur now. So Favelli, our graphics programmer, he put in this fur shader. Puts kind of a fur all over everything. Rolling, interrupting my videos, damn it. Anyway, yeah, so I think it looks pretty sweet, and we've got the ability, blah blah blah. We've got the ability to mask out the areas where we don't want fur. So as you can see, the snout doesn't really have any fur on it. It looks like some of that mouth does though, so that'll need the mask improved to kind of get rid of this fur off of the teeth or whatever that is I'm seeing there, a few artifacts. But yeah, this is my first time I've seen this, so it hasn't had time for any art iterations. But yeah, I like the effect. I think it looks cool. I guess it runs pretty nice. Changed the look of the bear a little bit, but you know, it hasn't been handed over to an artist. This is just kind of programmer art, from my understanding, and I think it looks pretty good for programmer art. So give it a little love from our artists, and it's going to look cool. And the thing I'm excited about is, you know, we'll be able to, you know, go in and add it to like the hide armor. That could have fur on it, you know, not the leather stuff, but the hide pieces. We could add fur to that. Heck, we might even embellish the hair, maybe the beards and stuff with this fur shader. We'll see how it looks. You know, it's something to try for sure. Anyway, it's another new feature for Alpha 16. Pretty excited about it. On to the next. Oh yeah, the snake. Now the snake doesn't have any collisions, so I can't fight back. But you know, and he hasn't had any art feedback either. But and he doesn't have his. I couldn't get his animations working right, so not yet. But I got an attack in, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, something. That's not how it looked the other day. Oh shit, the bear. Dumb idea. Let me go over here and spawn another snake and see what he does. Wag. That's the Unity editor, guys. This thing takes up more memory than you can imagine. I don't know why. Anyway, try another snake. And I had his attack running the other day and it looked pretty cool. That does not look cool. Oh, come on. Fail. Epic fail. It was so cool. Dang it. I don't know what happened. I tried. Alright, I decided not to give up. I see what's going on here. I'm going to just delete this state because it wasn't finished. I think I had prepared it and sent it to a programmer to fix something, but maybe it'll work. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got bit. Yeah, look at that. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm wrecked. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys. He needs a lot of work yet, but it's coming along. I just put it in a couple days ago, and we need to, you know, tune it in. All right, I am back, and I'm going to buy this. I got some points now. I was using the wrong command, so now I am level 2 of 6, so I can craft novice stuff now. So let's craft a novice stone axe and see how it comes out. Boom, 100 quality. Look at that. There might still be a little bit of range from just crafting stuff, so I don't know yet. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You're going to buy a skill and be able to craft significantly better stuff with each perk. And then the tiers cost a little more, all the way up to about 40 points. So a little bit of an investment, but I think if I calculated right, if you buy nothing but this at level 19, you could be a master at one thing, and you still got a bunch of other crafting areas that you can invest points into to be master of everything. But that's where we're at right now. It still needs play tested, needs balancing. These numbers could change and all that stuff, but the idea is buy a perk and craft significantly better stuff. So no more spam crafting. I mean, you can still spam craft and gain XP if that's how you like to do it, but I just want to play the game. I want to go do stuff and level up that way. So, all right, look at that. More distant POIs. This is cool stuff. All right, Random Gen up next. And we are back. I just got up and got a water and sat down, and here we are. We're only 103 seconds into this, and we've got 21 of 25 of these guys generated. I went ahead and did 2, and that's got, I think they're called cells, but we've got, you know, 25 cells we're gonna we're going to take a look at this time. All right, it's up. So what have we got? Oh, look at this. And this, we've got two towns that are basically right next to each other. What is this? That's like a little lake or a pond or something. So we've got kind of a, once again, we're seeing an industrial or a business zone. These are more industrial buildings. These are all industrial. Way cool. That's awesome. There's an industry section in this town. There's a funeral home. We've got gas station. Don't know what those are. Power plant. We've got, you know, your trailer housing section. They live over by the industrial area. That's kind of cool. Look at all these. Look at all this housing. What do we got over here? A hotel on the edge of town. That's some awesome. It's almost like it's, I don't know if that's intended, but it's cool. And then we've got a football field or stadium over here. No, they don't have any nice residential. Maybe this other town. The name of the seat is Mole Town. Oh, look at this. So this is more, this town ended up with not modern housing, but you know, the older housing. Looks like another stadium. Looks like the stadium is pretty popular. Small towns love their football, right? Navis survivors. There's got to be a business district. There we go. There's some more industry. I think there's a, I thought the mouse wheel slowed it down. Yeah, it does. Cool. It was a little too much before. Now we can slow down and take a look at all these. What is this POI? Just a tree, all right. Fair enough. There's a government building, so a couple of small old business buildings. Somewhere, I don't think there's as common, but we've got nice housing, and that's what that Arizona house I'm building is supposed to be. We're gonna, now that we've got kind of a luxury housing district or whatever you want to call it, where they're newer, nicer houses. Yeah, there's a hotel. Cool. You're gonna see, yeah, there's one there. There's a nicer, newer home, I think. Maybe not. No, I'm sorry, my bad. Anyway, we're supposed to have these other housing districts, so I think the guys are working hard on adding more stuff for that, and we might as well just load this game up and run around and see what it looks like in the game next. Next up is this is that prefab I was working on, just kind of a prototype. But I was able to make like a base texture for this soffit, and I just painted that on there, which is cool. Speaking of paint, I got a few improvements there and show you guys. Paint animation, that's erase, sorry. Oops. I get it backwards. I'm erasing that. And I think I'm probably painting with the default color. So let's, I don't know where my trim is. Might not even trim. Is that it? Why is it black? No, that's not it. Anyway, that gets you the idea that we've got an erase animation, paint animation, erase, paint. But what I'm excited about, I mean, that's coming along. It's getting ready to you know, shippable almost. Needs a little more work. Is this new multi-block shapes. Now this isn't a block model. This isn't an entity. This is just a new larger than 1 meter shape, which we never had support for before. So I can do arches, turrets, big stuff, you know, and we don't have the UVs done on it yet, and the placement's a little wonky. There we go. But as you can see, I just filled that in with the 3 meter shape, and then you'll be able to paint it, you know, whatever you want to, with whatever paint colors you want. Just like any other block can be painted. Yeah, the UVs are still jacked up on this thing, so that's why it's doing that. But you know, here's the paint tool in action. You can paint whatever you want, and it's done. That would normally take a lot of editing of XMLs and a custom block to do that, and now you just create blocks, new blocks on the fly. So big improvement. Anyway, that's where that is. Oh, I made these little curved windows. Still got some UV troubles there we got to sort out, but this is a new opaque window. It's kind of got a mini blind in on the outside, but you know, if you don't like these windows, you can paint them. Paint your windows shut so the zombies can't see in, right? So this is the first look at the new Random Gen World Previewer, and you know, this stuff is like low detail. It's not as detailed as in the game, so it's quicker. It's an approximation, so if you see, you know, clipping, don't freak out. And right now it's generating one area, which is pretty big, but it doesn't take too long. I got a pretty good computer, so 6 of 9. You can see it's trucking right along. 7 of 9, and we've got meshes in the previewer now, so you can see the LOD model up close or whatever, but basically you can tell what these POIs are, which is really awesome. So here we go, we're in. So the towns are named. You're not going to see that in the game anywhere, but this is a random generated world. I just rolled, and we can play this same level, but let's first, I'm not that good at navigating this crap yet, but yeah, look at this. So these are the new zones. You can see this is an industrial zone. We've got factories and over here. Looks like another one over there, maybe. What is this? Okay, so we've even got a school showing up in Random Gen, or this football field. We've got a lot more POIs showing up. Now it tries to fill each zone with a list, and Robert wrote a kind of a tool to show which POIs are populated and where. So it used to be kind of a lot of guesswork, and now we know exactly what's getting used and where, and what's not getting used and why. So we're adding everything to the list that we can, and this is giving us a way more organic looking Random Gen. So as you can see, this town has got all these different districts and different building types that are laid out in zones. Let's just go explore some more stuff. There's a lake over here. Looks like a hotel by the lake. Nice. And we've got paths and roads. Here's another city over here. If I generated more, we could see the rest of it. It's getting cut off because this is where I stopped generating, and this is New Bennerton or something. But anyway, that naming system's cool. It needs a little work. So we've got an old residential section here, it looks like, and each POI even tells you the name of it, and its position and the height. So if we want to teleport here later when I load the game, I could just type those coordinates in and go there and check it out. So if you see a bug, you know, it's really helpful to know the coordinates and all that. So residential, this looks like an apartment building next door. These are the LED models too. They look pretty good up close. I was impressed. So this isn't exactly what you'll see in the game. These are just the distant LED models. This looks like a must be a business district. We've got different businesses here, a government section, a government building. It looks like a, I don't know if that's a bank. Yeah, that's a bank. And who knows how big this town is. Here's an industrial area where you've got power stations and cell towers and clunky oil company. You can't beat it. And if I made this seed 2 or 3 or the size, I mean, you know, we could see a lot more. So I'm really impressed with Robert. He's knocked it out of the park on this one. Oh look, trailer housing. This is so cool. I think you guys are going to have a blast, and you know, previewing your seeds, and you can add your POIs to the list and they'll show up, and yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So industrial, all the zones in the cities now. Let me roll another seed for the heck of it. I'll be right back and then we'll look at it. So another, I think this is new. I haven't played Random Gen forever, but I think this is new. Robert shows the world is pre-generating now, and it's basically generating all of the hub cells in the whole map. So the first time you load the map up, it's going to do this, but you've got a screen to kind of show some progress now, which is kind of nice. And I think it tells you some other stuff when it gets closer. You know, basically tells you what's going on. So you know if it's frozen, or you know, you can tell if you got a slow computer, or you know, a lot of people are like, oh, my world won't load. Well, maybe your computer, maybe the program's bad, maybe your computer's not as fast as it could be. Maybe we need, you know, to optimize the stuff. Anyway, it's just nice seeing a progress bar. It's not a bar, but it's more like, hey, it's a list of stuff when things are getting done. We're getting closer, and that's what makes people feel good, is to, you know, feel and see progress no matter what you're doing. So anyway, I'll be back when this is done. And we are back. This is way better. Yeah, look at this. Frame rate's way better. No more chunkity, laggity lag. So I'm just going to run around for a little bit and let's see what happens. I don't know where we're going. The world's a whole lot bigger when you're on foot than when you're in the preview tool. So it looks like either desert or some snow that way. Over here we've got some distant mountain or something, and some hills in here. We're still, you know, probably going to do some improvements and make a little more, you know, areas with craggy terrain. That's on the list yet. We just wanted to get the basics nailed and have a really tight version for sure. That's been our goal for a while now. So yeah, you know, this build might have disabled the distant POIs. Let me see if this thing disappears here. I think my little build, there's a build dialog box. Maybe not. I'm out of it. Yeah. So there's no distant. The distant POIs only work in the editor. Every time I make a build, they get shut off. I think it's something to do with it being an experimental, incomplete thing. It's not. Chris hasn't set it to be. He hasn't set it to be, you know, a permanent built-in feature. So as soon as I made a build, it got shut off. So that sucks. But whatever. We can still run around and, you know, look at the roads and the landscape. I'm getting tired. Drink some water. That didn't help much. A little bit. You know, I have this feeling, you know, it sure seems small. Like the cities were crowded together and there was just a lot of stuff. But man, once you get in the game, you're just a little tiny speck of dust, speck of dirt in this huge, unforgiving world. And I can just getting out of the editor and getting into the main game, I'm getting sucked into this thing already, and it's not even done. It's calling me. I want to play. I can't wait to be testing Alpha 16 and get my big long game going on. Well, that's unfortunate that the distant POIs don't show up. Yeah, I'm out of stamina. If a bear come along right now, I'd be toast. Yeah, I bet we could see like houses on the hills and stuff if I was back in the editor. Oh well. Hey guys, I tried. That's what happens when I show you, you know, works in progress and just pick a random day and say, hey, I think this is a good day to show you guys some cool stuff. It is cool, but, you know, there's always bugs and other issues. I can't even turn on God mode. I don't have that even. And I think that house is going to disappear. Yeah. Well, we know it's out of view. I'm going to come back in the editor just to get a glimpse of this again. Be right back. And I'm back in the editor. And what a big difference. Yeah, so you can just see, you know, that, let's see here. There we go. Yeah, you couldn't see that house over there. You definitely couldn't see these buildings over here, those barns and whatever those are over there. Look at that little guy clear over there. I mean, you couldn't see hardly anything. Now I just want to explore. Now you just, look at this. I have the craving to explore now. I will have to admit that being able to see all these POIs, excuse the lag, like I said, Unity is slow compared to making a build. Yeah, wow, it's like, wow, there's a city over here. Let's go check it out. This is so cool. There's something glitchy going on there. Whoa, we just lost a building. Who knows what happened? Might have to adjust the transitions, or, you know, there could be a weird building that was updated and changed. Who knows? But, you know, we've got a house, or, you know, not a house, there's a few little glitches in the roads, and looks like nothing too serious. I've looked around a bit. What is this place? You know, without God mode, it's hard to say. Get a good overview of all this. What do we have here? Oh yeah, so we've got an industrial building, we've got some power stations, some residential, a few bombed out houses. And we've got some businesses over here. Yeah, there's something. Yeah, we'll have to look at that. I'll have to show this to Chris or Robert and see what's going on here. Looks like a few buildings, the distant ones aren't showing up right. Maybe they haven't made them all for each one, but I thought it was just a script that runs. So we got a little diner over here. Chicken. Why did the chicken cross the road? To run from the mole. Oh, stupid Unity. Am I flying? Oh, no wonder I'm so tall. I couldn't reach you. Die, chicken. And we'll let him live this time. But anyway, you know, towns are laid out. They're not a big square anymore. They're a lot more organic shape. They conform to the world versus the world conforming to the square that they used to be. So look at that. Yeah, so we've got like a radio tower or something clear over there. You know, I just love, you know, the view distance. It's just so much more immersive. I think you know, it was amazing to me anyway when we had distant terrain added for Alpha 15, and now this is just like frosting on the cake. Now that we've got distant POIs as well, because now it's like, oh, what is that? I gotta go there. There's loot. You know, you guys are gonna be, if you're like me, when you see, you know, a distant something cool off in the distance, you want to know what it is, what's over there, and you got to check it out. So you guys are going to be, you're going to be so busy exploring that the game is going to creep up on you and kick your ass. That's my prediction. Between that, having to go there, you're going to spend all your time traveling, looking at all these POIs that you didn't know were there before, didn't care. You couldn't see them, you know, out of sight, out of mind. But now I know something's there. I gotta go see what that is. So you're going to spend your whole day traveling, and then all of a sudden you're going to be hungry, and maybe you won't manage your time properly. And you know what happens? You guys who play this game obviously know what happens when you don't manage your time correctly. The day gets away, and you're going to get caught outside, and you're going to die, and it's going to be funny. But that's why we love this game, right? I mean, that's what 7 Days is all about, is trying to see what you can get away with. And yeah, I'm just going to walk here and see how long it takes me to get here to see how big and cool this really is. But, you know, and then on top of that, sleepers are coming. Joe's been working hard on them. And, you know, just to clear out a house, it's not going to be clear the streets and I'm done. I can loot the whole town now. It's going to be clear the streets, and then let's look at this house, and you break into it. And who knows how many zombies might be sleeping inside. So I'm just going to God mode and get moving along because I'm out of stamina here. Because I want to get here and see what we've got. But roads look good. There was a tiny little glitch, but you know, considering we're all the new improvements, and we've got some time yet before, you know, before this build goes live. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it must be shutting off too soon before the chunk loads or something. So I think we just need to tweak the distance of, and that's still being worked on. You know, this is a new feature. It's not bug free, but I think, yeah, we just need to fix the distance. And this looks like a whole lot of nothing to me. I'm not seeing anything here. Oh, yeah, it must be because maybe all the POIs aren't there. And the lag of the editor. Yeah, the lag is real. So like I showed you guys before, it's pretty seamless. Maybe that's what's going on, is I was in God mode flying full speed, and you know the editor is really slow. So that's why we were seeing a whole lot of nothing here. See, it's still just building these trees that are just right here. So unfortunately, but anyway, the game still runs great in a release, so you guys don't have nothing to worry about. We'll get over this hill and let it load some more stuff and probably call it a day. I gotta get some work done yet. Too bad I didn't find any snow. I wanted to check out some snow POIs and see kind of what we might run into up there. I still want to, you know, we're still working on it, so hopefully, you know, we'll get some improvements yet. This is just the first version. Robert checked in, and we've got some feedback for him, and I'm sure he's working on making it even better before the release goes, but I think this is, as it stands with the bugs I've seen, this looks like a lot. With, I don't know what happened here. The POI isn't loaded? No, it has to be loaded. These are chunks. I don't know what this is. Anyway, I still think this is probably the best version of Random Gen we've yet to see. Organic shaped towns, business districts, a lot of cool stuff in here. Alright. I am tired of the burnt forest. Let's teleport around a little bit and see what we can find. Did I see white? I think I saw, well, yes. There's a snow biome right here. Broke leg. Figures. Like I said, disregard the slow loading everything. I just teleported in and it takes time to load chunks, and Unity's slow. What do we have here? Did I see something? Oh, look at that. Oh, would you look at that? Just look at it. Little Ed Bassmaster for you there. Never forget that guy's videos. They're pretty funny back in the day. I don't know, I haven't watched this stuff for a few years now, but oh yeah, you might not even see it if it had been totally loaded. But yeah, there's like a little house or shack over here. I have no stamina. I didn't eat my chili. I'm gonna die in the cold, bitter wilderness. Oh, look at that purple flower. Just look at it. Alright, we're in the harsh land. This is gonna be nasty. Not yet, but it's going to be by the time you guys get a hold of it. We have plans for nastiness. Now, this is something I've never seen. Just kind of a... God dang. Roland got me again. I forgot to set Skype off. Twice in one video. I've never seen this before. I don't know if this is a bug or this is just kind of an open field of snow with no grass in it. But it looks kind of cool, actually. Not having, you know, just for the variety. I've never seen just a blanket of snow kind of area before. This looks so thick, too. It's like, I can't see, even though it's kind of flat, I can't see crap. So it'd be easy to get lost in here. Is this a POI or is that a rock? I'm desperate and I need shelter. It's a rock that looked like a house. They're everywhere. They look like little cabins. You think it's refuge and it's just a cold, unforgiving rock. I'm just lucky it's not snowing. Which it'll probably always be snowing in the snow biome in the future. All I'm saying is prepare. Don't say Mad Mole didn't warn you guys. Because when you guys get a hold of this, the desert will be harsh, the winter biome, and the wasteland will be harsh. Or on their way to becoming the harsh, unforgiving wastelands that they need to be. That's the Fun Pimp's vision. I can't find nothing, dudes. Anyway, lots of trees, lots of rocks. I'm sure there's some cool POIs somewhere. I'm just, you know, that's what I like about Random Gen is, you know, I could load Navigaine and go, hey, I know I can go here and get this. I know I can go there and get that. But this stuff, this Random Gen is just cool because it's like, it's new to everybody. Nobody's got an advantage in PvP because nobody knows what the hell you're going to get. Unless somebody, like, played this seed before. Is that water? What is that? Go! I'm tired of waiting. Putting on God mode. Look at that. A lake in the winter area. Nice. You know, it even looks cold as hell. Like I'm not even putting my toe in the water. This looks pretty good. Oh, look, there's a small little island out there. You know, I was looking at the previewer the other day. I forgot to tell you guys this, and there was some really neat, like, highways that went through water to towns that were divided by water. It was really cool. So I think you guys are going to be. I mean, it is random, so I didn't sit around and prepare this and go, oh, I'm going to show them this, I'm going to show them that. It's not like that. There's a building. It's basically, I threw in a random seed and I fired it up right now, and what you see is what you get. Because that's the best way to do this, you know. It's like, I want to find bugs while I'm doing this too, and really I haven't found hardly anything. So I'm really happy with what I'm seeing, and I could have a blast just playing this right now, but I'm waiting. I want it all to be done, and then I'll have that same experience you guys have, and we're a ways out yet from being done, but making really good progress. Look at that. Look at those buildings over there. See, this is great. 7 days is never been so inviting, honestly, even though it's going to be harsh and unforgiving. I've never wanted to play it more, honestly. So I hope you guys agree. This is going to be good stuff. It'll be worth the wait. Look at that. Look, there's a cabin over there, a house. You got this nice sized lake. I think you know, the lakes are more of they were maybe too much water on the map before, and now they're pretty well perfect. Or from what I'm seeing here, this is a realistic, good-sized lake, and you know, it's not an ocean, which is cool. Still might have some of that. I don't know. You know, nobody knows, because unless you've got 24 hours a day to explore new seeds constantly, it's hard to say, you know, what it is. You know, there's a little path. Looks like there's a house over here. Good stuff. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will get to Q&A as soon as I can. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.